What if the greatest force shaping your destiny is not luck, education, or circumstance, but the silent, invisible thoughts you repeat in your mind every single day? What if every success you have achieved and every limitation you still struggle with began not in the outside world, but in the private conversations you have with yourself? Imagine that the difference between the life you have and the life you desire is simply the difference between the thoughts you nurture and the ones you ignore. What would change if you realized that your mind is not a mirror reflecting your reality, but the blueprint designing it? In As a Man Thinketh, James Allen presents a profound yet simple philosophy. Your thoughts are the seeds, your actions are the growth, and your life is the harvest. He argues that you are not a victim of circumstance, but a conscious creator of it. Thought is not just a mental event, it is the architect of character, the driver of habits, and the foundation of destiny. The book challenges you to take full responsibility for your mind, because once you master your thoughts, you master your life. Chapter 1: Thought and Character. Picture this: two people born in the same town, attending the same schools, facing similar struggles. One grows into a confident, purposeful leader. The other becomes resentful, lost, and directionless. What separates them? Not opportunity, not resources, not intelligence. James Allen would say the difference lies in the silent narrative they chose to believe. One consistently nurtured thoughts of resilience, self-control, and vision. The other repeated thoughts of doubt, injustice, and limitation. Over time, the invisible became visible. Their thought patterns sculpted their character, and their character shaped their lives. Allen begins with a powerful declaration: as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. He insists that character is not something you are born with, it is something you build continuously through your dominant thoughts. If your mind is a garden, thoughts are the seeds. You may plant deliberately, selecting ideas that grow strength, discipline, and courage, or you may allow weeds, doubt, fear, anger to grow by neglect. Either way, something is always growing, and character is the natural result. He explains that noble thoughts lead to noble character, while impure or negative thoughts eventually reveal themselves in flawed behavior. Every action is the fruit of a thought. Intentions become habits. Habits become identity. Who you are today is a reflection of what you have repeatedly chosen to think. Imagine walking through a city. You admire a well-built structure, tall, stable, designed with purpose, and then you see a crumbling building, weathered, leaning, visibly neglected. James Allen says the human character works the same way. The strong individual is one whose mind has been architected with purpose. The unstable one is simply a structure left to time and chance. Allen argues that blaming external factors for weak character is like blaming the weather for a building collapse when the foundation was poorly laid. He urges you to take responsibility not for what you have encountered in life, but for how you have chosen to internalize it. You become what you constantly think about. If you feed your mind with strength, you gradually become strong. If you reinforce thoughts of failure, you unconsciously act in ways that lead you there. Thought is the origin, character is the expression. This concept is liberating. It means you are never stuck. No matter your past, your mind can be redesigned. Once you consciously select your thoughts, you begin to rewrite your character, and when character changes, destiny follows. But if thoughts truly shape character, what happens when those thoughts begin to influence the events of your life, the opportunities, the setbacks, the outcomes? Can changing your internal world alter the world around you? That is where Chapter 2, Effect of Thought on Circumstances, takes us, revealing how your outer reality is often a reflection of your inner frequency. Chapter 2, Effect of Thought on Circumstance. Have you ever wondered why two people facing the same setback react in completely opposite ways and somehow end up with different results? One loses a job and spirals into frustration, blaming the system, while the other uses that same loss to build a business, reinvent their life, and discover strength they never knew they had. What makes someone turn adversity into opportunity while someone else sees only barriers? According to James Allen, it is not the event itself, it is the thoughts they choose to attach to it. The same storm can erase one person's foundation while helping another plant deeper roots. Allen boldly states that our circumstances are a direct reflection of our mental state, not the other way around. He writes that life does not happen to us, it responds to us. If we think repeatedly in terms of limitation, difficulty, and fear, we unconsciously align our behavior to attract those conditions. When our thoughts are full of purpose, determination, and clarity, we begin to move with conviction, take intentional actions, and gradually draw favorable circumstances. He clarifies that this is not magical thinking, it is psychological alignment. Thoughts create beliefs, beliefs drive actions, actions construct circumstances. That is why people who consistently think strong thoughts rise, while those who dwell in helplessness commonly remain stuck. Imagine a ship sailing in unpredictable waters. The winds blow fiercely, waves crash violently. Some people blame the weather for the direction they drift toward, but a wise captain does not blame the sea, he adjusts the sails. Your mind, Allen says, is like that captain. The wind's circumstances may be beyond your control, but the angle of your sail thoughts determines where you go. Think about successful entrepreneurs who built empires during recessions. They were exposed to the same environment as those who failed. Yet while others thought this is the end, they thought this is the opening. Their inner narrative shaped how they interpreted events, leading them to different actions. Allen argues that those who constantly blame life for their troubles are perhaps unknowingly sustaining those very troubles through their thoughts. The moment a person shifts from asking, "Why is this happening to me?" to "What is this teaching me?" their thought process evolves and their circumstances begin to change accordingly. He reminds us that you cannot rise beyond your thoughts, just as you cannot fall below them. If you want to shift your external reality, the transformation begins internally. You must first think differently, before life responds differently. But if thinking shapes circumstances, what about its effect on something far more personal, your physical health, your energy, your vitality? Can a repeated pattern of thought actually leave marks on the body? That is what Chapter 3, Effect of Thought on Health and the Body, uncovers, a revelation that may change the way you treat your own mind forever. Chapter 3, Thought and Purpose. What if every failure, every distraction, every wasted day you've ever faced wasn't because you lacked motivation, but simply because you lacked direction? Imagine driving a car at full speed, but with no destination. That is exactly how most people live, and that is exactly why they never reach greatness. In Chapter 3, James Allen states a profound truth. Until thought is linked with purpose, there is no intelligent accomplishment. Your thoughts are powerful, but unfocused thoughts are powerless. They create dreams, yes, but they don't create results. To activate the energy of thought, you must attach it to a clear purpose. Purpose acts like a magnet. It pulls ideas, opportunities, and even people toward you. Think about this. A person who merely wishes to be successful only daydreams. A person who decides on a purpose, commits to it, and aligns every thought and action creates success. Allen explains that every achiever, every world changer started by defining a purpose and silently building their life around it. He warns, purposeless people drift through life, subject to circumstances, emotions, even other people's opinions. But those with a definite goal activate inner power. Obstacles become fuel, struggles become preparation. Here's the formula Allen implies: clear thought, purpose, action, achievement. But here's where many people go wrong. They set purposes based on ego, fame, money, comparison. Those lead to frustration. The right purpose, Allen suggests, is one that is worthy and grows you, one that challenges, disciplines, and elevates you. He says, the strength of your purpose determines the strength of your character. You don't need to see the entire staircase. You just need one clear objective to begin the climb. But here's the question, what do you do when adversity strikes? When your purpose is crystal clear, yet challenges seem undefeatable? Do you hold firm or give up? The next chapter dives into how thoughts influence health and our strength to stay persistent, even when physical or mental pain kicks in. Chapter for the thought factor in achievement. This is where we discover how thought shapes our physical and emotional resilience, and why your body often listens to your mind more than you realize. Chapter for the thought factor in achievement. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to accomplish extraordinary things, even when starting from nothing, while others with equal talent struggle endlessly? Is it skill, luck, or something far more subtle? James Allen argues that the true differentiator is thought itself. Your success, your achievements, even your legacy are the natural outcomes of the thoughts you cultivate and act upon consistently. In this chapter, Allen emphasizes that thought is the invisible force behind all achievement. Greatness does not begin with circumstance, connections, or resources. It begins with consistent, purposeful thinking. He asserts that the individual who desires success must train the mind, not just the body. Consider this, every notable figure in history first imagined their success before it materialized. A sculptor sees the statue in the marble, an inventor sees the machine in their mind, a leader sees victory before the battle. Allen writes, all that a man achieves and all that he fails to achieve is the direct result of his thoughts. Thoughts are like seeds. Actions are the water and sunlight. Without disciplined thought, actions lose direction. Without persistence, even the best ideas fade. Achievement is not random, it is the natural consequence of controlled, focused thought acting with purpose. Imagine a young writer dreaming of a best-selling book. If they think, I cannot do this, I lack talent, they procrastinate and eventually give up. But if they think, I will write, revise, and learn every day, they begin a process of small actions that compound into success. Allen reminds us that no external obstacle can stop a person whose mind is trained, focused, and disciplined. Circumstances may test you, but thought acts as your compass, keeping you aligned with your goal. He also warns that idle or negative thinking creates failure just as consistently as positive thinking creates success. It is not enough to merely desire achievement. Thought must be nurtured, purified, and directed toward a definite purpose. Only then does it transform into tangible accomplishment. But what about the unseen limits, the subtle mental patterns, doubts, and fears that hold people back from reaching their true potential? How do thoughts transform into enduring visions and ideals that not only achieve success but also sustain it? Chapter 5, Visions and Ideals, will reveal how cultivating your inner vision turns fleeting dreams into unstoppable reality. Chapter 5, Visions and Ideals. Have you ever wondered why some people live extraordinary lives while others drift through mediocrity despite having similar opportunities? The difference lies in vision, the ability to see not just what is, but what could be. James Allen argues that every great achievement begins as a mental picture, a guiding ideal that shapes your thoughts, actions, and destiny. Allen emphasizes that vision and ideals are the fuel of personal growth. Your mind constantly seeks to align reality with the dominant thoughts you harbor. When you consistently nurture high ideals, your life naturally begins to reflect them. He writes, cherish your visions. Cherish your ideals. They are the blueprints of your ultimate achievements. Your ideals act like magnets, drawing resources, opportunities, and relationships toward you. Without them, life becomes reactive. You drift according to circumstance, emotion, or external pressures. With them, you move with intentionality, purpose, and focus. Allen also warns against settling for superficial visions shaped by external expectations. True visions are deeply personal, morally aligned, and expansive. They challenge you to grow, elevate your character, and leave a meaningful impact. Imagine two individuals starting businesses. Both have equal skill, energy, and resources. One has a vision that transcends profit to create something meaningful, impactful, and enduring. The other seeks only quick gains. When challenges arise, the first persists, innovates, and inspires others to join their mission. The second gives up, distracted by setbacks. Allen teaches that vision transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary results. Daily decisions, habits, and choices, even minor ones, align with the ideals you hold. A clear vision becomes a compass for thought, guiding every action and gradually shaping a life of achievement. He also emphasizes that ideals refine character. As you chase your highest vision, your mind becomes disciplined, resilient, and creative, the natural consequence of aligning thought with purpose. But having a vision is only the beginning. How do you translate these mental ideals into consistent achievement without being derailed by doubt, fear, or distractions? Chapter 6, Serenity, will reveal the mental mastery and calm required to sustain progress, make sound decisions, and live a life of balance. Chapter 6, Serenity. What if the key to living a fulfilled, powerful life was not in acquiring more wealth, status, or achievements, but in mastering the peace within your own mind? James Allen challenges the common belief that success alone brings happiness. He asks, can you truly navigate life's challenges if your mind is turbulent, reactive, and unsettled? Serenity, he claims, is the silent engine behind enduring success, clarity, and personal mastery. Allen explains that serenity is the natural result of a disciplined mind. When your thoughts are pure, focused, and aligned with your ideals, your inner world remains calm regardless of external chaos. He writes, calmness of mind is one of the beautiful jewels of wisdom. A serene mind is not passive. It does not ignore problems or avoid responsibility. Instead, it sees challenges clearly, evaluates them rationally, and responds with measured action. Serenity allows you to think clearly, make strategic decisions, and avoid impulsive reactions that could derail progress. Allen links serenity directly to character and thought. Turbulent, negative, or anxious thoughts disturb the mind, which in turn disturbs behavior, relationships, and even physical health. Conversely, a disciplined, serene mind fosters strength, clarity, and resilience, the foundation for consistent achievement and lasting fulfillment. Imagine two leaders facing the same crisis. One panics, reacts emotionally, and escalates problems. The other, calm and centered, evaluates options, inspires their team, and turns a potential disaster into an opportunity. Allen emphasizes that this difference is not luck. It is the outcome of mental cultivation. Serenity also allows you to detach from fleeting emotions and focus on long-term purpose. It is the bridge between thought and action, turning reflection into deliberate strategy. Those who master serenity act with precision, influence with grace, and live with confidence, regardless of external circumstances. Allen warns that serenity is not easily achieved overnight. It is cultivated by consistent thought, discipline, self-awareness, and alignment with high ideals. The more you practice mastery of thought, the more naturally serenity arises, and the more your life reflects balance, purpose, and peace. But what about the final frontier of human potential, the ability to maintain this alignment of thought, character, and serenity throughout every moment of life, even under extreme pressure? How do you make these principles permanent, not just occasional? Chapter 7, Effect of Thought on Health and the Body. or final synthesis will show how thought shapes not only your mind but your body, and how mastery of thought creates a holistic life of power, vitality, and fulfillment. Chapter 7: Effect of Thought on Health and the Body. Have you ever wondered why some people seem physically vibrant, energetic, and resilient, while others, despite similar habits, struggle with fatigue, illness, or stress? What if the key to your health, vitality, and energy is not just diet or exercise, but the quality of your thoughts? James Allen asserts that the mind and body are inseparable. Your inner world shapes your outer health. Allen explains that thoughts are not abstract. They manifest in your physical body. Negative thoughts like fear, resentment, and worry create tension, stress, and illness. Positive thoughts like confidence, discipline, and serenity strengthen immunity, energy, and vitality. He writes, "A man is literally what he thinks, his character being the complete sum of all his thoughts." Repeated thoughts influence emotions, hormones, and even cellular function. A mind dominated by fear or anger will naturally produce stress chemicals, tension, and vulnerability to disease. Conversely, a calm, disciplined, and positive mind fosters physical strength, endurance, and resilience. Allen emphasizes that maintaining thought discipline is not just a mental exercise, it is a holistic practice that impacts every aspect of your life: relationships, work, and yes, your body. Consider two individuals under identical work stress. One ruminates on worry, criticism, and fear. Their health deteriorates, sleep is disrupted, and energy fades. The other focuses on solutions, purpose, and calm resolve. Their body remains strong, they recover quickly, and they maintain clarity. The difference is entirely in thought patterns. Allen reminds us that health is an effect of mind mastery. Every thought sends signals through the body, shaping physical responses. Cultivating serenity, high ideals, and purpose not only elevates character and achievement, but also creates a vibrant, energetic body capable of supporting your vision. By controlling thought, you gain the ultimate advantage: the ability to design your life mentally, emotionally, and physically, ensuring alignment across all levels. The final lesson is clear: your thoughts are the root cause of your character, circumstances, health, and destiny. Every success, every struggle, every joy, and every setback is a reflection of your inner mental world. Now it is time to tie it all together to see the full journey of thought shaping life and the actionable wisdom you can use immediately. Final thoughts: have you noticed the thread connecting every lesson in James Allen's timeless work? Thought is not merely a private event inside your mind. It is the seed of destiny, the blueprint of character, and the invisible hand shaping every aspect of your life. From your habits to your circumstances, from your health to your achievements, everything is a reflection of what you consistently allow your mind to dwell on. Allen's philosophy is both liberating and demanding. It liberates you because no external circumstance can ever fully limit you. Your mind is yours to command. It demands discipline because mastery of thought requires conscious effort, daily reflection, and persistent alignment with purpose, ideals, and serenity. Every great person, every success story begins with this simple, undeniable truth: you become what you think about most. Imagine living your life fully aware of this power. Each decision, each action, each response is informed by deliberate thought. Your character grows stronger, your choices become wiser, your health thrives, and your life begins to reflect your highest ideals. Even setbacks and failures are no longer obstacles, they are opportunities to recalibrate your mind, strengthen your purpose, and refine your vision. James Allen's message is timeless because it is simple yet profound. The mind shapes reality. If you nurture it with discipline, purpose, and serenity, you are not merely surviving life, you are consciously creating it. Now it is your turn. Ask yourself, what thoughts have I been nurturing daily? Do they elevate me toward my highest potential or hold me back? Start today, begin shaping your inner dialogue, align it with purpose, and watch as your external world begins to transform. If this book summary inspired you, subscribe for more actionable book summaries. Like this video if you want to master your thoughts, and comment below sharing one thought you will deliberately cultivate today. Your destiny begins with the mind you choose to nurture.